I just washed my hair. We're gonna go in with the honey hydrate leave-in. Right after we go in with a snack, Kamala Harris is running for president. And just when I was feeling my natural hair again, I have to go get the meanest silk press in the world. Right behind Jesus, Kamala Harris. Number 3, that's where I'm gonna be at. Gonna take me back to my silk press every 2 weekdays growing up. I guess nowadays you would call that being a straight natural. Honestly, that was a good time. Woo! This is what we're working with. Got the we got the Sealy going. And you know what? It really be your own people. Like, I filmed this one time. I don't think I had the clearest of thoughts, but I'm going to try and do it again. Because it's like, yes, we know yes, we know that Vice President Kamala Harris is a Black woman, a South Indian woman, a mixed person of color. It's already an uphill battle for her. And because it's only a couple of months before Election Day, August, September, October, November. 4 months and a week or so is what she has. And in the time, it's been like, what is today? Today's Tuesday. From Sunday to Tuesday, she has raised over $80 million. And it's not just her. We have been putting in the legwork. And by we, I mean Black women. Also, because the Black women got on their Zooms, y'all got on your Zooms and organized 1.5 million in a day, for 44,000 of y'all. Y'all AKAs are organizing, okay? And we love to see it. And I heard a few people call it the white women, and I heard a white woman report in that they also had their own meeting, okay? For everyone to be on one accord, you gotta have hope, okay? You gotta have faith, and you gotta at least put in the work. And the thing is that gets my nerves is that, not to get to nerds, the thing that doesn't make sense to me is that Fannita was crying about not being paid as much as Alex Earl when she has the same engagement or better, which Alex Earl is not her peer. We've seen the content. Why would you say that when this is what you were actually complaining about? And you think because it won't happen for you, it shouldn't happen for anybody else. It'll never happen for you if we don't get it to happen for someone else. You could have been the one who fought for equal pay, but you messed that up. And by you, I mean Fannita. She messed it up. Because she didn't stand 10 toes down on equal pay, equal rights. How much are you getting paid? So we can compare as Black content creators. And sure, I'm not getting paid for anything. Maybe one day I will. If you're crying and hoopla that you're getting dogged out, why would you dog out other people? One of the reasons why I really wanted to try to articulate how I feel is because I won't lie, I was a little angry at first, but that's just the energy that Fannita attracts, and that's not energy that I want to participate. Like, I thought she was funny early on, but this honey hydration is no joke. But after the Tarte situation, the crash out situation, calling her followers broke-ass hoes, and then turning around and claiming that she's also broke, so we need to give her money. It's not something I want on my social media feed, so all I can do is unfollow her like the other 400,000 and block her. Okay, honey, hydrate. Where is my honey mousse? Oh, here we go. The energy she pulls out of people is so negative now. Okay, she has 1 million followers, and you have to recognize that. But I just feel like there are other people who are so deserving of a platform who are a joy on the internet. There are other people who are also worthy of such a large platform that don't have it. And because Fannita has such a large platform, she has an amplified voice. It's like, instead of spewing that negativity, I don't know, you know what? I keep checking every now and then, going back to her YouTube channel. She took that video down of her sexually harassing that white boy. Allegedly. I don't even know who he actually was. I don't know why he's famous. As a black woman in the South, I'm not surprised at what she said, Fannita said, because I can literally go outside my door and talk to somebody like her. It would also be unrealistic to say that I also don't have my doubts, because who knows, is America ready for a black female president? Because Trump was retaliation for Obama being elected into office, a black biracial man. And also, as being a black woman, I know what it's like. Like, you get handed a shitty situation just so you can fail, because they're waiting on you to fail because you are black, because you are a woman, because you are a black woman. So, like, America is in a pretty shitty situation for them to want a black woman, but also, I think a black woman is very capable of leading America. But the systems that be would only let a black woman lead America when America is looking like real shit.
So we have to at least try to fight the systems.
And it's not fair. It's not fair to get your first shot and you're given a shitty situation. And so when you turn it around, you're not going to get the credit that you're due. It's not fair. For her to win, we actually have to put in the legwork.
You can do nothing and fail. You can try and fail. Or you can try and succeed.
And so again, I'm really upset that I didn't get a link to the Zoom. I don't know if this was a Soror Zoom only or what. But where was my link? I could have got on my Zoom too. She's not necessarily wrong in her thinking. It's just that, and I've been told this my entire life, and I hate telling other people this, especially another black woman, but it's how you say things. And the energy that she's putting out with that declaration, where's your hope? You don't have the ability to hope? But you know what? That's a problem for her and her therapist.
Okay, so she posted another video about voting for Kamala Harris that is more positive. But Fannita's been doing a lot of posting and deleting and switching around in. And the internet is forever. Roll the clip.
And also, brokies, before y'all get mad at me, I make more money than you do.
Yes, I'm begging, and yes, I'm begging for money after I called y'all broke. Now what about it?
Everybody broke needs to be mute.
Yes, I'm begging for money.
I'm in my living room. You're in the projects.
And my family has been struggling so bad. Because y'all get a little money and forget about your fucking roots. There are many days where I didn't have anything to eat but tears.
And your fucking Section 8 housing apartments.
There are many days where I slept on the ground, slept on the floor, didn't have a blanket, didn't have a comforter.
Sitting in your dirty, broken cars that need transmission replacements.
You know what I mean? My friends had to buy my school lunch. I would eat food out the trash like a raccoon, like a rabbit, like an animal, you know, just so I could eat food in general. I never had nice clothes. I was never allowed to buy nice clothes. When I played basketball, I had to wear like my older teammates' hand-me-down.
Everybody broke needs to go to mime school immediately. And I'll pay for it.
Yes, I'm begging for money.
And I think what would have made that more impactful was if she said it with the same energy as how she said the first one. And I don't mean like negative energy, I mean like intensity energy wise. You should be just as energized as promoting getting registered to vote and voting for Kamala Harris as you were with the last one. Like, stand on it. That's something that's worth standing on. All I can do to protect my peace is to move on. Go get registered to vote. Go vote. And not to feed into people who are intentionally trying to trigger other people.
How do I say this? I feel like there's a better way for me to say what I'm trying to say, but I feel like I just need to really get it off my chest, so whatever. Now is the time to be really mindful of who you're allowing to influence your mindset, right? Someone who looks at themselves and can only really see their limits will only be able to look at you and see your limits, right? So if you feel limited as a Black woman, you can only look at other Black women and view their limits. That's just a reflection of their internal world, right? It doesn't have to be your reality. The same way with friends, just because you align yourself with somebody, you don't have to inherit their, I guess, energetic outlook, right? The same with friends who influence you, right? The same with friends. If you have a friend who's insecure and they can only look in the mirror and see their flaws, if you're around them for a bit of time, you're going to start picking up on that. So instead of, how do I say this? So you're going to start to see flaws where you initially didn't see flaws. And I'm not just talking about the Kamala thing. I'm talking about mindset. I don't really care which way you swing. None of that. I'm on my escapism shit right now. I'm being honest. But right now, that's just not what's needed for the collective. And when you have a platform, especially a really large platform, especially when your base audience is Black women, the negative mindset is just not what needs to spread in this moment. And y'all want to just be real, I'm just going to be real right now. That's just not what that's not what we need right now. But again, a Black woman who looks at herself and can't see past her limits, she can only see up to her limits, will look at you as a Black woman or another Black woman and only see her limits and only see your limits. And that's a them thing. You don't need to absorb that. So if you feel that you need to be hopeful right now, be mindful of who's influencing your mindset. And if you're choosing to be pessimistic, that's your business too. But if it's not sitting right on your spirit and it's not sitting right on the spirit of a lot of people right now, trust that. Does that make sense?
Hey guys. So this weekend I made a video in response to Biden's announcement that he was dropping out of the presidential campaign. And in that video, I said multiple times that Kamala Harris did not have a shot at winning the presidency. At the time, I thought I was making light of what will no doubt be a very difficult and uphill battle for her. But in retrospect, I realized that the optimism that people are having in the face of this really difficult time is necessary for us to move forward. And my video made light of that and made a lot of people feel upset and disappointed in my actions, especially given the size of my platform. In attempting to make a joke, I invalidated the hard work that Vice President Harris has accomplished throughout the course of her career. And that was because I was speaking from a place of insecurity, pessimism, and fear. And for that reason, I let a lot of people down, including members of my audience. There's no denying that this presidential campaign is going to be an uphill battle, but ultimately, hard things are hard because they're worth doing. I know firsthand how powerful social media can be. This platform has literally changed my life, and I've been so inspired seeing all of the organizing happening around Kamala Harris, especially from Black women, and I understand that my video diminished and demeaned those efforts, and again, for that I'm sorry. Unfortunately, I've made a lot of mistakes on this platform, and for that reason I understand that there are a lot of people who will not accept this apology, and I have to accept that. I also know that actions speak louder than words, and for that reason I'm donating all of my revenue from TikTok this month to Kamala Harris's presidential campaign. Lastly, I'm going to be taking an extended break from social media, especially TikTok, so that I can just give myself time to work through some of the issues that have been plaguing me and have led me to continue making these mistakes in such a public way. Lastly, I'm going to say thank you to those of you that called me out and those of you that called me in.
Sonya Massey did not deserve to lose her life. I'm going to say that again. She did not deserve to lose her life. It is also true that she did throw a pot of boiling hot water at a police officer. That is true. So y'all want me to apologize. Yes. So here's the thing. I already said in my live earlier, as soon as somebody that's reputable confirms that the video that I seen is fake, then I'm going to issue an apology for reporting on a fake video.
If you would have seen the actual body cam footage on CBS, ABC, you would have seen that Sonya put the water down, as advised by former Deputy Sean Grayson, the same man that shot her. Hallie did a very good job narrating what happened next, so I'll tag her down below. But after Sonya put the water down and ducked, covering her head with the oven mitts, Grayson walks towards her with the gun still pointed at her, so she thinks she's about to get shot. So she grabs the pot, covering her head in order to protect herself, causing the water to spill out at an angle, and then Grayson shoots her. From what I saw, Sonya Massey did not do anything wrong. She was not on the offensive, trying to throw a pot of water on that man. Sean Grayson read the situation wrong, jumped to conclusions, which ended in that poor woman losing her life. So yes, Dana, you were loud and wrong and chose to spread misinformation, which is so irresponsible given your platform. And I'm not saying she never makes valid points. I actually do agree with some of the unpopular opinions that she has. However, baby, I can't support you on this. This was hella ignorant. Every few months, she goes viral for some bullshit, and it's her. She's the bullshit. If it's not Dana, it's Fannita. If it's not Fannita, it's Ekane. If it's not Ekane, it's Peach. Don't y'all get tired?